Thursday, August 2nd. I am home. We made it. The ship didn't crash in the storm. Captain Carl Ray got us through. I am in my own room, writing at my own new desk. But, there's more to tell first. Where to begin? Calm down, Mary Lou. The trip. You can imagine, I guess, that I wasn't real sorry to leave Aunt Radine's, even if she did cry when she hugged me goodbye, and even if Sally Lynn did give me a present, a book wrapped up in paper, it's all about sex, and even if Aunt Radine did hold on to Carl Ray as if she wasn't ever going to see him again. One really surprising thing is that Carl Ray and I talked, on the way back, and I found out the most amazing things about Carl Ray. First, I asked him if he had ever been homesick at our house, and he said yes. So I asked him why he hadn't said anything about being homesick, and he said, "Wouldn't have done any good, would it?" I had to think about that. When I asked him if he would still be homesick now, he said he didn't rightly know. But why are you coming back then? He said he had some unfinished business, and he wouldn't explain. But I figure he means Beth Ann. It took about 100 miles of the trip to get that much out of Carl Ray. Then I asked him if Uncle Carl Joe was always mad at him. Mad? He said. What do you mean, mad? Well, he didn't exactly seem thrilled to see you home. Carl Ray gave me one of his long, mournful looks. He just doesn't show it, he said. We had a fight. A fight? This was interesting. Before. When I was still living there. That's why I left in such a hurry. That's why I came to Easton. What? You didn't come to find work? Aunt Radine said you were coming to look for work. I did look for work, didn't I? He said. But what was the fight about? Carl Ray gets away from the important issues very quickly. Well, he looked as if he was trying to decide whether or not he should continue. If I tell you something, do you promise not to? Oh boy, here we go again. I thought Maggie and Beth Ann are always making me promise not to tell. And Aunt Radine asked me to keep the secret about Carl Ray. Now someone else making me promise not to tell. I can't keep all these promises straight. I promise. Now, just tell me. You can't repeat. I promised, didn't I? God, Carl Ray. Nah, he said. I can't. Mom will kill me. Carl Ray, that's so mean. First you make a promise, then I promise. Now you're not going to tell me? God. I was saying God again. But he wouldn't tell me. So I was mad for a while. Then I decided to read the Odyssey, but then all of a sudden I remembered the dream in the graveyard, and all of a sudden I realized that Carl Ray was Telemachus. I said, I've been having the strangest dreams, and you're on almost every one. Me? He looked pleased. Then I told him each dream. I told him about the headless body dream, and the ship in the storm dream, and then the graveyard dream where he rips the sheet off the man and starts hugging him. I think I've been reading the Odyssey too much. But Carl Ray had the strangest look on his face. His mouth was half open, and his hands were wrapping tighter and tighter around the steering wheel. What's the matter, Carl Ray? That's amazing, he said. What is? He just sat there. I thought I was going to have to slap him or something. Then he said, okay, I'm going to tell you, but you have to promise. I already promised. I am not promising again if you don't believe. Okay. Here it is then. Why can't people just say things straight out? It drives me 100% crazy when they mumble around like this. Oops. Mom wants me to stop writing and talk with her later. Oh, I'm too tired to finish this. Tomorrow, I have a lot to tell. Friday, August 3rd. Oh, mercy. Why is everything getting so complicated? How am I ever going to catch up? How am I going to explain it? And where is Alex? God, Alpha and Omega. Control yourself. Control yourself, Mary Lou. Back to the car trip home yesterday with Carl Ray. Right. Here's what Carl Ray told me when he finally decided he could trust me. He said, Have you ever thought your parents weren't your parents? Sure, I said I always think I'm probably adopted, only my parents don't want to tell me. See, they want to protect. Well, I never thought that. That I was adopted? No, that I was adopted. Carl Ray, are you? Are you adopted? Is that what you're trying to tell me? If that. No. No, what? Carl Ray, just spit it out. Just spit it right out. I was getting that exploding feeling again. I'm trying to. You know that fight I mentioned, the one with my father? Well, this is what it was about. He talks so slowly. He pauses after every couple words. One day, my mother told me that my father was not my father. And then I went sort of crazy and left home. I was staying with some friends. I didn't want to talk to my father, my Carl Joe one, at all, because he wasn't my real father. Don't you think they should have told me that a long time ago? Don't you think they should have let me find my real father? Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Your father is not your father. Did she tell you who your father is? Your real father? He said, yep. Wow. So who is it? I can't tell. Carl, you imbecile. What's the matter with you? You can't make me promise and then not tell and then tell, but only tell part. You just can't do that.